Check, check, check. Check your booty. Bada, bada, bada. Check your booty. All right, the microphone is working now. We are in there like swimwear on final approach POV, and we're doing landing challenges today. Excuse me. I already have several world records for different landing challenges. Just trying to play ones that I don't have records for. So I have been practicing Sao Paulo and Orlando, but the highest I've gotten so far is 1.7 mil and change. Haven't gotten really past that. Yeah, almost 1.8, almost. Check, 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 check. There we go. Let's fly. Check your booty. All right, if you're just tuning in, I'm Final Approach POV. We're doing a landing challenge here in Sao Paulo. Trying to crack into the world record leaderboard. I've been getting close, 1.7 mil, almost 1.8. Just gonna continue my descent down. I don't care about pappy lights. Get our trim going. We'll start lining up with the runway. Again, I don't care about the pappy lights. I'm going for high scores, so my strategy is to fly in low and slow at 0 feet per minute and kiss the runway. Easier said than done. It's a lot harder than it sounds. Now that I'm lined up with the runway, I'm gonna land with the power on, maintaining that 0 feet per minute. 100. Make sure I don't hit that tree. I did hit that tree once. Live on stream too. 50, 40, 30, 20. Ah, it floated. It floated and messed up my landing. I had maybe a little too much power, and when I flared up to adjust, it flared too much. It flared a little too much. It's still gonna probably be a decent score, but it's not a world record for sure. I'd be surprised if it was. I completely overshot the landing. Yeah, 1.2 million, just because it was smooth touchdown. But I did overshoot it, so let's give it another go. Again, low and slow is fairly hard to accomplish. Definitely hard to hit. Sometimes I like flying in this view, more of a wide view. I have the ultra wide monitor anyway, so it works out for me. But it definitely does change your perspective. Tap that screen, hit that follow button if you're not already following, hit that sub button if you're not already subbed. Franelec, it's Microsoft Simulator 2024. And again, we're flying into Sao Paulo on the 737 MAX. This is the landing challenge. And I'm coming in low and slow on purpose. I don't care about the red pappy lights, all 4 red lights. I don't care. I'm just flying in low and slow to get a high score.
I am a real pilot of 737. Let me know if you want to know something.
Awesome. That's pretty cool. Appreciate you tuning in. So I'm going to go against the entire rule book here. I'm landing with power on. I'm coming in low and slow. You're probably going to hate me for now. But yeah, I'm flying in for trying to get world records. Appreciate the follow. I'm trying to get world records here, high scores. So my strategy for that is to fly in low and slow. Appreciate the follow, guys and girls. You know, definitely.
Fine. Just a bit more of power, but looks fine.
Yeah. Right now I'm at 61% power, and I'm maintaining 200, 100, and 0 feet per minute. Negative 200, 100, and 0 feet per minute. And I'm just floating her right in. I'm at 130 knots, full flaps, 40 degrees. And yeah, we're just floating right on in. We're already flared almost 5 degrees. The AOA says 6, but we're under the 5-degree line. And I'm going to be increasing a little bit more power, as suggested by our real pilot. We're at 63%. I'm at 200, 100 feet per minute. I'm going to try and maintain that. And land. So we ended up landing at 200 feet per minute. My opinion is maybe I had too much power. I was around 63%, and it was harder for me to maintain that 0 feet per minute aspect, because then I started to climb and I had to cut power essentially to get us to land. And when I cut power, that got us at 250. Nonetheless, not a bad score, 1.5 million, because again, it's really, really flying in low and slow and getting butter landings essentially. Yep, you are so low. That is very true. I'm flying in low on purpose. On purpose, guys, on purpose. Hit that follow button. I am a world record holder. Hit that sub button if you're watching us via YouTube. If you're on TikTok, check out the YouTube. Way more content on YouTube than there is on TikTok.
Once they said 20, go with power idle and just hold your pitch.
Yeah, nah, I find that maintaining power while you land gives you that higher score. It's easier to maintain that 0 feet per minute. Following the manual is not going to help. World record right now is 1.9 million. I'm at 1.79, almost 1.8, almost 1.8.
Hi.
But the closer you get to 0, the higher your score will be. So that's why I'm landing with power on, trying to maintain 0 feet per minute right there at the runway threshold. Gonna try coming in with less power than I normally
Okay,
do.
okay, let's see.
Yeah, and again, I'm just testing things out, doing this live on stream. I do have other world records and other landing challenges, most notably St. Bart's. I'm number 3 in the world for St. Bart's. And again, just by following this strategy of low and slow. Low,
That
slow,
one
and
attempt I
land.
remember you got like just a tiny bit below your personal record.
Yeah. Actually, I think I beat my personal record live on stream. I think that's what it was. I increased it by like 20,000. Nothing major, but still nice to see, right? Appreciate the follow. We're lining up with the runway. You can see our target. You know,
Where do you find the Sao Paulo challenge? Is that a
um
737?
it's a 737 Max, and the Sao Paulo challenge I believe is under either strong winds, maybe precision. I'll double check. It's not. I don't think it's strong winds because it does have some crosswind, but it's. I wouldn't consider it crazy. All right, I'm at 61% as opposed to the 63.
Aren't you a bit low?
Yep, very low. I'm flying in low and slow on purpose.
50, 40, 30, 20.
See 0 feet per minute, and we're
I want to
still
get Flight Sim
descending.
2024, but I have so many planes on 202.
We got 100. Oh, 150. See how the meeting or the reading is slightly off by a couple of feet. I get it. Maybe it's not perfect in real life. I thought it was a little more accurate than that. That's so funny. The aircraft kept pulling left. I don't know why. See, 1.3 million. I don't think that was great. I completely overshot it.
What joystick and throttle are you using?
Let me back up here. That one attempt, I remember you got like just a tiny bit below your personal record. Yep, appreciate you recalling that.
Where do
How are
you
you
find the
meant to
Sao
land
Paulo
low and
challenge
slow
again?
on St. Bart's? So St. Bart's has a hill, that hill peak or whatnot. You want to fly in low and slow into that peak. So when you make your rapid descent, you're not gaining so much speed, and that's how you fly in low and slow. So you want to fly into that part around 70 knots, I believe. I'm going off memory, 65, 70 knots. And then cut engines and then let the plane rapidly descend into the landing for St. Bart's. Like even now, I let the plane descend all the way down because it doesn't really matter to me because low and slow is how I want to fly in anyway. We're flying a 737 MAX. Appreciate the follow. Oh, I forgot to check where is the Sao Paulo challenge. I'll check right after this.
Where do you
Right
find
after
the
this
Sao
attempt.
Paulo challenge again?
I'll check right after this attempt. I forget which category it's
Low and slow is
under.
the best option for FPM, I think.
Yes, that's my strategy. Low and slow for the 0 feet per minute. And it's easier said than done because once you're flying in low and slow, maintaining control of the aircraft and the altitude is hard. You know, you got to find that sweet spot. Appreciate the follow. You got to find that sweet spot of pitch and throttle to maintain that low and slow attitude. Gonna go full flaps. I'm at 130 knots, increasing power slightly to 59%. You can see we're starting to finally lose some speed there. We're at 129. I increased our power to 60%.
I just completed a 5-hour flight, then right into a 15-hour flight lol.
Huh. That's 20 hours. That's crazy. That's a long time to be sitting down. I hope you got up and took breaks. I hope you used autopilot efficiently. We're at 62% now. And went a little off alignment, trying to correct that. That's that low and slow I
Just
was
really on the
referring to.
15-hour one.
Look at that, 100 feet per minute, 0 feet per minute.
30, 20, 10,
I hope I landed at, no, it was 150. So I floated. That was not great. Not great in my opinion.
Should I get a yoke or a flight stick?
Depends what you prefer flying. So far my personal best 1.784 million. And that right there I just did was 1.38. Not the best. Precision landing. So let's back up here just so we can go from the main menu. Activities, landing challenges, then precision landing. So we got Sao Paulo in Brazil. Lowest score 1.864.
I fly Airbuses and Boeings CIDRK.
I mean, if you want to do a lot of so Airbus and Boeing have two totally different controls. One is a flight stick and the other's a yoke. So I mean, you would technically have to get both if you're gonna be flying both. But I mean, I fly Airbuses with the yoke also. It doesn't bother me. I have a flight stick. I have the Logitech Hotus One, but I'm missing the adapter that comes with it, so I can't use it at all. Appreciate the follow. Drop some lights, tap that screen, hit that follow button, hit that sub button. Drop some gifts and I'll land in any airport you want. Right now, I was doing it for 10 roses. Drop
the yoke
10 roses.
seems like it'll have more control.
I guess. I don't know how many control buttons are on the Airbus flight stick necessarily off the top of my head. Excuse me. Do you have to pay for this challenge? No. Oh, sorry, I was reading chat.
500,
I was looking at chat.
4,
At Oliver_Vistano, which flight sim are you on, 2020 or 2024?
Let me know in the chat, guys. HUD or no HUD? I don't know. I use it sometimes just because. I don't think it's needed.
200,
I use the HUD.
100,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's necessary, but it's cool to have. See, as I get closer to the runway, like normal, I shift my focus to the end of the runway and I try and maintain 0 feet per minute.
50, 40,
I'm a little off center.
20,
There's the 0 feet per minute.
What 787 is?
This is a 737.
10,
Touchdown at 200, 150. And I overshot it some. I wasn't happy with that one either.
$737 from?
No, so this is in the landing challenge. You can fly the 737. This isn't a total flight. This is a landing challenge in Sao Paulo. Tap that screen, folks. Drop some likes. Hit that follow button. Hit that share button. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already doing so. I'm Final Approach POV, aka Shut Up Shush
Oh,
in
it's
game. I have
2024,
several
not
world records
2020
out there.
smiley face.
I have several world records out there, and I'm trying to get a world record here in Sao Paulo. We'll keep at it. Yeah, and this is 2024, not 2020. Short field, I guess. I mean, I'm doing a shallow approach, very shallow, low and slow. Trying to get close to 0 feet per minute as possible. Or as close to 0 feet per minute as possible. So far, the technique works. Again, I have other world records out there and other landing challenges. Shut Up Shush is my gamer tag. And I mean, that's how I do it. I come in low and slow, let the landing gear kiss the runway, and hopefully it's on target. Easier said than done.
1000, sync rate,
I am increasing thrust. Thank you for the share, Talal. Everyone else, tap that share button. Even if you're not going to share it, just by tapping the share button really helps me out. We're going to go full flaps. Maintaining alignment with the runway. We're at around 58%,
200,
59, 60% engines. I just increased power. And this is the hard part, low and slow. 135 knots, 134, 133. Yep. It is fairly difficult to fly in low and slow.
100,
You can see how much fighting I'm doing to keep the aircraft straight, per se, keep my heading. And on top of that, there is a crosswind. Crosswind's not too bad, but you can really see the crosswinds when I get closer to the runway. It starts pushing me off to the left, to the right, you know, for the compensation. But it's coming left to right.
100,
I got us in there. Appreciate the follow.
50, 40, 30,
Lowering thrust slightly.
20, 10,
All right, 10. Maintain 0 feet. Oh, I ballooned a little bit. Saved us, saved us, saved us. There it is. Touchdown. 0 feet per minute touchdown. I clocked that at 0 feet per minute. Now it's a matter of was it on target? Oh, bro, 1.1 million. Wow, I really wish I had a replay for that. I landed at 0 feet per minute. I'm thinking so the readings are not 100% accurate. They're like 99% accurate. So my assumption
I
is
thought
that
that was at least 1.6.
yeah, my assumption though, because it doesn't show you like 2020. 2020 would show you the points of the three categories. But my assumption of what happened there was even if the plane reads 0 feet per minute and I'm 0 feet off the ground, it's maybe not 0 feet off the ground. It's still slightly above whatever inch, maybe a foot, so that I think that's what caused me to overshoot that landing. Again, guys, just my assumption, speaking my thoughts here. I'm thinking that's what happened, so I'm going to try again the same strategy, 60% thrust or so, come in low and slow, and again try and kiss the runway. But my adjustment that I'm gonna make is try and fly in a little bit lower, which sounds a lot more scarier and harder than it seems. 737. My pappies are all red. Yep, I know. I'm flying in low and slow on purpose. Appreciate the follow. Now, I have landed in third person like this for 1.1 million. But I honestly, I prefer this over this. Just me. Gonna do this no HUD. Why? Because I'm just deciding to use no HUD.
You're too low.
Yep, flying in low and slow on purpose. 121 knots. About 100 feet off the ground. Sixty 60% engine power. Trying to maintain center line is so hard like this, low and slow. Appreciate the follow.
40, 30, 20, 10.
So, I think I landed way sooner. As I said, I was coming in lower. I think I landed way sooner than I wanted to. I mean, we'll see what the score says, but I don't think that was. I think I landed sooner than intended. Look at those reverse thrusters kicking in. Appreciate the follow. Speed brakes deployed, reverse thrusters.
Do you have the A3?
I have the premium package actually with the game. Yeah, I don't think that was 1.2 million. Maybe I overshot. Maybe I overshot. Let's give it another go. Strobe? You want the strobe lights? Why don't you have the strobe lights? I don't know. The strobe light should be somewhere. One of these guys. I think are the lights for this aircraft, unless there's a another panel down here sometimes. Oh, that's my cockpit brightness.
Seat rate.
Not the landing lights. Yeah,
1,000.
there you go. Unless that's the off position. Yeah, that was the off position. The landing lights are on. Yeah, runway lights. Taxi lights are on auto.
500.
APU.
400. 300.
All right, let's fix the plane before we crash.
200.
Very easy to do once you know what you're doing. Pro tip, guys and girls.
100.
Power controls your altitude, pitch controls your speed.
Do you
Master
do
that
2 red
concept.
teeth?
Master that concept and you'll fly great. We don't, yeah, I don't care about the red pappy lights.
100. 100.
What I do care about is the plane keeps turning sideways. That's that crosswind hitting us.
100. 50.
'A good lineup with the runway, maintaining 300 feet per minute. Right above the tree.
Do
Again,
you
once
know
it-
what the poppy lights are?
I don't care about the pappy lights. I'm trying to get a high score.
30. 20.
Oof,
10.
oof, oof. Oh, it's 100 feet per minute. I thought it was 0. I thought I was going to be able to keep 0. I had to cut power because I was floating. Let's see what the score says. Appreciate the follow, guys and girls. Tap that screen, drop some likes. Wow, there you go. 1.8 effing million. Holy shit, Taki mushrooms. I think, damn, I wasn't recording. What an idiot. I'll have to get it from the live stream. 1.8 million. Wow. If only I can just clip it. Damn it. That sucks. I can record now. Wow, I really wanted to do a replay there, but shit, Taki mushrooms, man. 1.8 million new personal best live on stream. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, tap the screen, hit that thumbs up, drop some likes on the stream. Wow, 1.8 million, and I'm still not in the top 10 or top 14. But just proof, guys, it works. It works. For everyone joining, you can see that low and slow works. Forget about the pappy lights. Fly in low and slow. Get the landing gear to kiss the runway, and get that 0 feet per minute. That was 100 feet per minute, and that gave me 1.8. You know, it's definitely a lot more difficult than it sounds. Flying in low and slow is hard. You know, you got to find that right power and pitch balance. I try to give out as much tips as possible, help you guys out. It is hard though to fly and talk at the same time, I'll say that. But wow, I'm a bit ecstatic here for our 1.8 million live on stream. I think that is my highest yet
Can you remember me?
with the Boeing 737 Max. What's up, big one man? You just missed it if you're just joining. I got my new record high, 1.8 million live on stream. Still not high enough to get into the world record bracket, but we're in the ballpark. We're in the ballpark. I can, the default 737 Max physics is so buns. Use the iFly 737 Max. Yeah, I can't pick the plane for the landing challenge. It's whatever they give you. Appreciate the gifts. I'm dropping more power here and extending my flaps. Appreciate the rose. You gonna crash, bro? Nope. I just dropped 1.8 million live on stream. Let's see if we can beat that.
Game name again, PLS.
Flight Sim 2024.
300. 200.
Yeah, when you land the plane, guys, you just don't put the power to idle and fly in. That's not how it works. You need to manage your power. Your power will manage your altitude, and your pitch will control your speed. Master that concept, and you'll make great landings. I'm at 250 feet per minute. Gonna go a little old school here. This is how you've done a lot of my world records, flying in with this view, this perspective. You can see how much easier I can kind of stay on center line. Still, the crosswind's pushing us off to the right.
100. 50.
Look at that.
40.
Game name PLS.
20. 10.
Ooh, 100. I don't know if it was 100 or 150. Well, if it was 100, it would be close to 800. 1.8 million, I mean. Still, I feel like I had too much power. Too much power on landing.
The passengers, finally.
Wow, twice in a row, guys. Twice in a row, 1.8 million. Let's go. Let's go.
Game name PLS.
Let's go.
Are you dropping off the immigrants?
Oh, man. That was awesome. I mean, considering I'm flying into a legit airport in a LATAM sponsored flight, I don't think I'm flying immigrants. But wow, 1.8 million twice, back to back. Let's go.
Game
Hit
name
that follow
PLS.
button if you're not already following. Come on, big man, I answered that already. Flight Sim 2024. Keenan Jones, thank you for sharing the live. Again, we don't care about the pappy lights. I'm gonna fly in low and slow, deploying full flaps, and I'm gonna continue this heavy descent down. And I'm gonna get 4 red lights again. I don't care about the pappy lights. I got 1.8 million twice in a row. We're trying to get to 1.9 if possible, and make it happen. Let's go. And without the HUD. I've done it without the HUD.
Mandem you.
200.
Ooh, thank you for the follow.
100.
Thank you, thank you. Let's fly this one in. Like I said, low and slow, 1.8 million twice back to back. Final approach POV, aka shut up shush in
Oh,
game.
gotcha.
100.
Oh snap, don't hit that tree. All right, we didn't hit the tree. We didn't hit the tree. Sometimes we do. Or actually, I've only hit that tree once.
50. 40. 30.
Oof. Crosswinds, low and slow is hard.
10.
10 feet off the ground. Touchdown at 0. It was touchdown at 100 or 150.
Smooth.
This is not going to be 1.8. I have a feeling that I overshot it some. Definitely was a smooth landing regardless, but I think I overshot the landing. Like the target.
Smooth.
Yeah, 1.4. I definitely overshot it. I know I overshot it, and that's what gave me the 1.4. But shit, I did 1.8 million twice back to back. Hit that follow button if you're not already doing so. Tap that screen, drop some likes, hit that share button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm Final Approach POV, and we're getting world records here. We're just diving down.
I'm going on it. Back at it again, bro. Let's do this.
Yep. Trying to get these world records. I just got 1.8 million back to back, and then 1.4 million now. So we're doing pretty good today.
How much was the plane setup?
Computer and everything, rounded up to 10K. I didn't buy everything at once. It was all over time. The monitor and computer alone is
Never thought
around.
Microsoft Flight Simulator would be competitive.
Well, for the landing challenges, I mean, it is what it is. It's a challenge, so. The plane is technically free. It's part of the landing challenge. You can fly it for free. But if you want to buy the plane for your own leisure, I think it's 15 bucks. But I have the premium package, so it's included in the premium package. I'm too low, I know it. I'm increasing power to fly over these homes. As you can see, I'm flying over the homes.
50. 40.
The 50-40 is how far away I was from those roofs.
150. 40. 30.
Oh,
Do you
all
have to
these-
buy 737?
Technically you do, but you can fly it in the challenge for free. Play the landing challenge in Sao Paulo and the Orlando landing challenge. Both of those are the 737.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 9.
Touchdown at 150 again. Maybe even 200. I saw 200.
You gotta follow Pappy Lights.
No, you don't. Not for high scores. See, 1.5 million. Not following Pappy Lights. And shout out to Revamp, 1.8 million. I think Revamp. Oh, okay. Oh, this is showing all my friends. All right, shout out to Revamp, Z Carnival 18, Shelling Gem 17, Dan Rel 17, Vane Neptune 15, Simon VR 15, Jonathan 15. All world record holders on my friends list. Shout out to all you guys and girls. I know Vane Neptune's a girl. Everyone else, I'm not 100% sure, but join the Discord. Check out my link tree in the Discord. I have all us world record holders in the chat. We give out weekly tips and stuff like that, so feel free to check that out. Also, check out my YouTube. Way more content on YouTube than there is here on TikTok. You can only put up so much content on TikTok. How do you get Flight Simulator 24 to play without lag? It's almost unplayable for me on Xbox. Well, for one, I'm on PC, and I'm running an RTX 4090, 16 gigs or 32 gigs of RAM, and an i9 chip. So I do have high-end items. So if you're on Xbox, appreciate the follow, Chef, Elamgo, and Princess. DBG, if you're having really bad lag, there's two reasons. One is the
I
game
have
is
to pay
streamed.
100 pounds.
The game is streamed through the internet, so you have to have a good internet connection for one, and then for two, you might want to lower some of your settings, graphic settings, because just the game is so glitchy too. Even on PC, I have a RTX 4090,
Saluting
32
face
gigs
from
of RAM, i9 KF 300 KF, something like that it's called. I have that chip and everything, and the game is still laggy and still glitchy. We got full flaps. We're at 60% engines.
400.
Actually trying to slow us down some.
300.
I'll use a little speed brake. Just a little.
200. 200.
Just a little speed brake.
100.
Put the speed brake away.
Hey boss.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Don't hit the tree. Yeah, I hit the tree. So that's twice in my attempts here. I've hit that tree. Funny enough, twice in the same week, because it was yesterday. If you want to consider Sunday part of the week, it was yesterday and today. That's kind of crazy. Low and slow. It is dangerous. White Ghost, hey from Seattle, what's up? So far today, guys, my best 1.8 million and my personal best of 1.8 million. So not a bad stream. Hit that or tap that screen, drop some likes.
Poppies.
Yeah, I don't care about Pappy Lights. I'm flying in low and slow. I'm trying to get a high score, not follow the rule book. There will be no number for me to call when I land. This is a video game. lining up with the runway.
So cool, I only got corporal training.
I'm not cool. I'm just trying to get high scores. See how bad that crosswind is. We're coming in crabby.
736.
500.
No, 737 max. Appreciate the follow.
400. 300.
Oof.
Boeing
Thank you for the follow.
737.
Yep, Boeing 737 max to be exact. We're flying in low and slow here, trying to get world records. We got a great lineup with the runway. We're at around 127 knots or so. Full flaps, coming in low and slow.
At WRZ_max 24. At Fun Hub we worked hard.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Ooh, 100 feet per minute. Man, it was a little lopsided. You saw it in the landing. I think the right gear landed first. Still smooth. Passengers wouldn't have known the difference.
Good job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. $1.5. It would have been higher if I wasn't lopsided. So it used to show you the 3 categories and what your score was in each, and for
Are you
whatever
on flight training?
for whatever reason it doesn't show you. In real life,
Replay
yes.
it from wing view.
I can't do replays, only because there's no replays built into the challenges. If it's a real flight, you can get access to PCR and record, but can't do that here. Best I can do is record locally and replay it manually myself. And right now I'm just gonna let the plane descend downward, gonna deploy flaps so we don't gain so much speed. We'll actually lose speed in the process.
Why are you repeating?
Because I'm trying to get on the leaderboard here. Trying to get a world record. So far today, 1.8 million.
I'm on.
500.
And that crosswind is something else. Alright, I'm gonna focus here, stay quiet. Same strategy as always, guys. Low and slow.
400.
Low.
100. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Man, again, lopsided. That back right landing gear touchdown first. I wasn't happy with that one. Yeah. How can you tell it's lopsided? So if you can't tell
Replay.
if you can't tell visually, on the toss system, I'll show you now when the game loads. On the toss system, you can see two lines on the left and the right. So zooming in down here, see the toss system, this bar and that bar. Right now it's leveled, but if I turn left, you can see it moves, so it's lopsided. That's essentially your dead
How much
giveaway.
credits do you have in game?
Credits in game? You're talking about like career mode? Because career mode, I deleted the career like twice already, and I just restarted it again now. Because career mode is, the game was glitchy when it first came out, so you'd spend money on planes and stuff like that, and then the game would auto crash and it would ruin your reputation, and you start losing money. And if you've played career mode, you know, once you get that $1 million and you buy a $1 million plane and then it auto crashes and you're left with nothing and you got no money to do anything, you really don't want to play the game anymore. For me, that's how it was anyway. So that's why I've restarted it several times.
500. 400. 300.
See, Greg, you asked about lopsidedness. So, I mean, you can tell visually if you're lopsided, but if that's difficult, just again, look at the toss system. You can see the two lines here, left and the right side, and you can see. I know visually when I landed, I can see that the right landing gear touched down first because I was lopsided.
$200.
122 knots. That's low and slow for you. Thank you for the follow.
100. 100.
Thank you for the follow.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Ah, again, bro. What am I doing here? Again. Lopsided again. Bro, I need to do a USA. Take a USA break. Stop it, plane. There we go. Yeah, I said it was bad. Yeah, I don't care about pappy lights. We're flying in low and slow. Flying in low and slow to get 0 feet per minute on landing.
Rocky Proud.
Oh yeah, you know, everyone's an expert. Why is the that's so funny. The game is glitchy. It just is what it is. But the plane kept ascending, even though I had the engines down. The plane just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. Appreciate the follow. Again, we're flying in low and slow. We don't care about the pappy lights. I hit my goal. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't hit my goal. Oh, yeah, I did. 5,000. Awesome. Rolling the power back in, deploying my last set of flaps at 40 degrees.
500.
And I'm coming in from the left on purpose because of the crosswind's going to keep pushing us right. That nice lineup. See if I can maintain this. Oof, you can see the crosswinds. I mean, planes bouncing up and down, swaying left to right. Low and slow is hard. Appreciate the follow. Thank you for the follow. Woo, crosswind pushed us right down.
50. 40. 30.
You lucky I play on keyboard. Gonna get Airbus stick soon.
All right, awesome.
10.
That was 200, 100 actually. A little off center, but again, I was just flying into the crosswind. I think that was 1.5, 1.6 million. I don't think it's 1.8. See what I said, 1.5, 1.6? I was pretty close on the guess. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Hit that follow button if you're not already following. Yeah, the game doesn't rate you on pappy lights, folks. The game doesn't actually even care about the pappy lights. The game rates you in 3 areas. The landing on target, which is
Not
the
a bad
blue
landing. Nose came down too hard though.
No, it didn't. I wouldn't have gotten 1.5 million if it was a hard landing anywhere around. Sometimes what you see on screen is not accurate per se, um, especially on stream.
We
But
don't care
hey,
about the nose.
so the game rates you in these three areas, folks. The blue line target, which doesn't always populate or generate, but it's white at the least. Then the orientation of your aircraft, you got to be flat, not lopsided. And then your feet per minute, which it specifically says down here. The closer a pilot gets to 0 feet per minute, the more points will be awarded. So that is why I'm flying in low and slow like that.
Is this normal? In game, my autopilot doesn't work.
um the autopilot, so the game is glitchy, but some of the autopilots work differently for the different aircrafts. I had to learn that myself because I do make airplane documentaries. Check out my YouTube. Every autopilot or every navigation system operates a bit differently. There are some basics to it, but if you say it's not working, it's something you're doing wrong in the order of the process of using that autopilot. Because even things like vertical speed and altitude hold, and like my understanding of them was kind of wrong, you know. And I'm talking about as far as the autopilot, not vertical speed in general. I wonder if I could land this with a selected vertical speed. Yeah, it doesn't even let me. Doesn't even let me touch it. I can't change it at all.
Sync rate. 500.
The game starts with the autopilot on for this landing challenge, but it's just all glitchy. You can see it's not the vertical speed here doesn't even pop up, or it's because it's a landing challenge they don't let you use it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. My opinion, it's a landing challenge. If you want to use the autopilot, use the autopilot. It's up to you to get a high score.
300. 200. 200.
Yes. Beautiful. Especially when both circles are in there.
100. 100.
Ooh, don't hit the tree. Don't hit the tree. Don't hit the tree. Shit. Wow. Getting risky. If you're just joining us, I have hit the tree. That's twice today I hit the tree, and 3 times altogether recently. I've never hit the tree before till recently. But hey, when you're flying low and slow, that's the risk you run, and that's how you get high scores anyway. So we'll keep on flying though. I'm gonna make this happen. Really low, yes, I know. Low and slow is how I go. Low and slow is the way to go.
Y'all gotta chill out, the low thing is probably him trying to butter.
Yep. That's exactly it. I don't care about the pappy lights. I'm flying in low and slow on purpose. See how high I am? Decreasing thrust to make me go
I'm making
lower.
business deals with my dad to get the iFly Max.
Or hear me out.
500.
If you're old enough to work, maybe you can work
400.
and buy it. Likewise, if your parents want to invest in your future as a pilot, that's also good.
300.
I've worked in IT for 21, 22 years. That's how I afford all this stuff with an IT salary, specifically IT project management. But if I can do it all over again, I would have just got a student loan and went to school for 3
Buying
years
it
to
with
be
my
an
money,
airline
by the way.
pilot.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
100 feet per minute. I try to get that zero, man. That zero is so hard. I think that was another 1.8, if I'm being honest. My opinion.
I'm investing crazy into my future with everything I get, I think.
Yeah, again, if I can do it all over again and go back, I would definitely wow, what I said, I said 1.8 and it's 1.777 or 1.775. I almost knocked over my honeycomb yolk. That's what I'm trying to fix back here. There it goes. You guys see 1.7 mil, low and slow works. Low and slow, hit that follow button if you already know. Low and slow is how you go. Are you in the top 10? Not for this challenge yet. Not for this challenge. I do have world records out there, though, where I'm top 10, top 14.
Yet is the key word.
Oh, but I have world records in other places. It doesn't matter. I used to be in Voss. It looks like they took me out. Yep. I used to be top 10 in Voss, and looks like latest scores took me out. That's fine. It happens. No one has taken me out of St. Bart's. I say that much, or I know that much. Where's St. Bart's? I think it's an Epic. Yep, here we go. St. Bart's. I am still number 3. How many hours in this game? I don't know. I have a lot. Maybe 600, 700, something like that. Right now, folks, I'm going to show you how to land in St. Bart's. So, ideally for St. Bart's, I'm doing this in third person because it's easier to show, and I need my controller to change the perspective, and I just can't do that right now. But
How
you
come
see,
there
you
was
want
no
to...
camera a couple days ago?
You want to fly in
Please
right in that
confirm that low and
opening.
slow isn't technically a good landing.
It's hard to do low and slow. If you're not getting good scores low and slow, the problem is you. That's the hard truth. The problem is you. You got to come in low and slow and get that 0 feet per minute. Right now I'm at 500 feet, slowing down, full flaps extended, trying to line up with what is visible of the runway. All right, we're at 400 feet, but we're a little too fast. We're a little too fast. I'm gonna pitch up so I can lose some of that speed. I'm starting to gain some, oops, I hit start. I'm starting to gain some altitude, which is okay. Here we are approaching the runway, very, very slow, 71 knots.
My fab live ever.
A little bit off center. And look at that. Once we start diving, oof, not the best. But hey, look, see, 175 knots. And that's how it's done, folks. That was my attempt number 1. We'll see what the score was like. Bam, 1.4, almost 1.5. My favorite live ever. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. What makes you passionate about flight? I don't know, man. I just something I always wanted to do as a kid. Flying in planes was always fun, you know. How come there was no camera a couple days? Just I was being a little lazy. I didn't want to set up the camera. Every time I set up that's my head camera. So I have to move stuff around and, you know, even setting up all this equipment to fly the planes. Yeah, telling you usually when approaching normally. Yeah, in real life. If we're talking about real life, you don't want to approach low and slow. Of course not. Not in real life. You need that extra altitude for your margin of error per se, so you can pitch the aircraft and dive in for your landing. That's in real life, but this is a video game. The video game, you have to come in low and slow. It's easier for me to show in the 2020 version because you can actually see the scoring, but in the 2024 version, for whatever reason, they took out the scoring metrics or view in 2024, which was dumb. I have no idea why they did that. So as I mentioned before, for St. Bart's, the strategy, fly in low and slow at 400 feet, fly right into the threshold of that runway, and then dive right down. But if you're low and slow, you won't gain so much speed. Appreciate the follow. Right now, I am around 500 feet. Full flaps extended. Now I'm at 400 feet. So this is where it gets hard. Off center. Gotta try and rectify that. Just as view. Normally I go up higher in my view. I only know how to do it with the controller. That was touchdown at 400 feet per minute. It is definitely a lot harder on St. Bart's, right? To make that happen. I didn't like that landing at all, but that was attempt number 2. How many flight hours in real life? I have 12 real flight hours. Yeah, that was a horrible landing. In real life, I would say you can adjust your seat to give you a better view, and then also me, I'm 6 feet tall, so I sit a little higher in general. And I'm gonna use the control to adjust the seating position now, you'll see. And this will also be a bigger advantage. Flying the plane from up here, from this view, is better. I gotta unplug the controller. My controller's a little messed up. It continuously points the aircraft down. And I don't know why yet. I haven't figured that out. Why the controller's doing that. It's almost like stick drift. Also, for these landing challenges, none of the GPSs seem to be correct. They always send you into the runway in some weird angle or something.
I am scared now, BC. I am getting new joysticks soon.
Which joystick you're getting? Appreciate the follow. See, I'm at 75 knots and I'm slowly losing speed or altitude, 400 feet per minute or so, and I'm at 600 feet right now.
What rudder pedals do you have?
I have the Logitech rudder pedals. I forget the exact name of them, but the Logitech rudder pedals.
500.
I am at 63 knots, 500 feet. $70 knots, 480 feet.
Have you ever had a problem with the axis that moves the rudder, but the brakes still work?
No, I haven't encountered that. You can see how I have a better view
Bless
now
me.
for the landing from here.
Will you even build a home cockpit?
Nah. That was early landing. The landing was early and it was like 450 or 350, I think I saw there. Still 1.4 million. But you can see how
Do you know
coming.
if there is a software or something where I can test the pedals without downloading MSFS?
Yeah, there's a sensitivity thing. I forget how I did it because mine had the same problem where if you leave it alone, it's slightly off. So I had to adjust it, and there's an app. I don't remember what it was. I only did it once, and that was it. Never had to touch it again. Appreciate the follow. And that's St. Bart's. I'm kind of getting tired of St. Bart's. Pero is awesome. Pero is awesome, and you can see the how messed up the game is with challenges.
Okay, thanks for the help. I'll keep
Yeah.
looking for the app.
Yeah, no problem. There is an app though. You'll find it. It might even be the official Logitech configuration app. I forget. Ooh, I do. Wow. Yeah. I don't know what's up with YouTube lately. YouTube is not pushing any of my streams. I feel like something is up with the categorization. Like when I set up the live stream. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Just popped up on my YouTube. Trying to check out my stream again. See what's going on here. Because again, it's not giving me any views. And that's not normal either. Yeah, everything looks legit.
My favorite PLANEE.
My bad, folks. I think I figured out the problem with my YouTube. It was missing the category and all this stuff just wasn't in the stream. But after an hour and a half of this crap, you know, it's like there's no point now. The algorithm already kind of crapped on me. This one is hard. I have to fly through the mountains, then over a mountain, and land cleanly with an Airbus A320. So far, 1.5 million is still really good here. So it is going to start off messed up, and I have to quickly fix the settings. I can see the plane's going to pitch up. I saw the flaps. Yep, see, there it goes. You can see this game is just so messed up. So over here is the auto thrust and autopilot. There it goes. Shut off flight director. There we go. We can drop our landing gear. That alarm just come in and out. Problem solved. We're too high. I think so. My speed brakes put away. Sometimes the game is weird with the speed brakes. Alright. The landing gear is down. We're coming
What is
in
borrow reference?
really far.
1,000.
We're really high. It's Paro, P-A-R-O. And I usually fly in lower than this for this challenge, but I feel like I was all messed up in the beginning.
400.
Pull up.
300. 200.
I'm too high. I know it.
Pull up. Pull up.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10, 5. Retard.
Now that is a hard landing. That's what you call a hard landing. That was 800 feet per minute. At 1.8 or 1.1 million, yeah. Paro is one of the toughest
At what
airports
feet
out
per
there.
minute the gear would severely damage or even break on a landing?
Definitely 1,000. I think in real life, anything over 500 feet per minute is considered hard. Drop some likes, folks. Hit that share button, hit that follow button, hit every button you can see on screen. Support the stream. I am Final Approach POV, and we're flying into peril in an
When will
Airbus
you end?
A320. And we got to deal with all these bugs and issues in the beginning. There we go. We're at 170 knots, 8,400 feet or so. Speed brake is up. There we go. Put the speed brake away. Drop that landing gear. Get rid of all these warnings. We're good to go. We're just a little fast.
When will you
We're
end?
We're gonna keep deploying the flaps. I'm about to end stream soon, probably after this attempt. I have to make some airplane documentaries. Right now, I'm flying our Charlie Kirk's memorial flight, if you will, from I think it's Iowa to Arizona. I actually flew it yesterday, but I have to go back and do video editing, reshoots, and stuff like that. So RIP Charlie Kirk, whether you agree with his politics or not. The man was simply non-violent, if you will. If you consider his speech hate speech, I feel sorry for you. You know?
200.
I don't think anything Charlie ever said was hate speech, but again, whether you agree with it or not, doesn't make a difference. It's not worth getting someone assassinated over, you know?
50, 40. 50.
Bro, this power
40,
control,
30,
we're
20.
gonna crash. This is a go
Return
around.
10, 5.
See, the
Retard.
power, the auto thrust is not even on, but
Retard.
one little nudge of the power and it kept accelerating. That was a smooth landing too. the I don't know what was going on with that. The auto thrust is off, but whenever I raise it, gave it a little power, the engine shot up to 70-80%, completely messing me up. I don't know if that was the game or the safety feature built into the plane or something with the fly-by-wire system. I want to give it another shot before I end stream. I know I can do better than this. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in. I'm Final Approach POV, aka Shut Up Shush in game. Have world records, and right now I'm flying in for a world record. Let's go.
Sink rate.
1,000.
Pull up. Pull up.
See, it did it again. I moved it up to 30% and it shot up to 50. Let me know in the comments if that's just a safety feature of the aircraft, because it's kind of annoying. I don't think I've seen it do this in other landing challenges, so I think it's just the this landing challenge. See, again, I gave it a little nudge and it's shooting
300.
up. All right, that wasn't so bad.
$200. 100. 50, 40,
No!
30, 20. Retard. 10, 5. Retard.
Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. Ah, shit, I'm done for the day, folks. Appreciate everyone tuning in. About to wrap up stream. You saw it first earlier today. 1.8 million in Sao Paulo. Thank you to all my new followers. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you for the likes. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in. Safe flying, folks.